Welcome, respected friends. As every day, the hearty congratulations to you for being here regularly. Gratitudes also for providing me with this opportunity and the hearty loving suggestion. Don't give up this study of Shastra, beautiful habit which almost has formed for those who are regular. At least this 1 hour, we are in tune with the Parabrahma Tattva, we are in tune with the Ishvara Tattva, we are in tune with the Jagannatha Tattva, the Devata Ganas, the Guru Gana, the Shruti Mata, the Adhyatmikata, the Sanatana, Dharma, Samskruti, Sampradaya. So many things we are able to be in touch with through this Satsanga class. So if you feel it so, just continue to be in this. Yes, Lokasevakadi Vyaktitva also, we have to improve. For that also these classes are there. Shwethashwathara Upanishad Panchamodhyaya Tatpada Vyakhyanam Tvampada Vyakhyanam Shwetashwara Rishiji is doing, and Adi Shankara Bhagavan is explaining us how to understand it. Continue that one, sixth mantra Bhashya, seventh mantra. Before that, our Ganapati Stotra, our Veda mantra Ucharana, common sense thought, Upanishad Sankalpa and Prarthana and Sankalpa, Upanishad mantra Ucharana, and then Upanishad Adhyanam. In today's Ganapati Stotras, Shri Ganapati Stavaha we will do. Few more days we will do till Shri Ganapati Pujas happen all over our country and the world. Next Sunday is Surya Grahanam. Then before that only, I think it will conclude ninth day. Today is the sixth day, so seventh, eighth, ninth. Beautiful stotram. Three mantras are familiar to us, others are less. Let us chant the whole stotram. Om Adashri Ganapadistavaha Om Brahma Vishnu Maheshaha Uchuhom Om अजं निर्विकल्पं निराकारमेकं निरानन्दमानन्दमद्वैतपूर्णं परं निर्गुणं निर्विशेषं निरीहं परब्रह्मरूपं गणेशं भजेम गुणातीतमाद्यं चिदानन्दरूपं चिदाभासकं सर्वगं ज्ञानगम्यम् मुनिध्येयमाकाशरूपं परेशं परब्रह्मरूपं गणेशं भजेम जगत्कारणं कारणज्ञानरूपं सुरादिं सुखादिं युगादिं गणेशं जगद्व्यापिनं विश्ववन्द्यं सुरेशं परब्रह्मरूपं गणेशं भजेम रजो योगतो ब्रह्मरूपं श्रुतिज्ञं सदा कार्यसक्तं हृदा चिन्त्यरूपं जगत्कारकं सर्वविद्यानिदानं परब्रह्मरूपं गणेशं भजे नतास्मः सदा सत्त्वयोगं मुदा क्रीडमानं सुरारीन् हरन्तं जगत्पालयन्तम् अनेकावतारं निजज्ञानहारं सदा विष्णुरूपं गणेशं नमामः तमोयोगिनं रुद्ररूपं त्रिनेत्रं जगद्धारकं तारकं ज्ञानहेतुम् अनेकागमैः स्वं जनं बोधयन्तं सदा शर्वरूपं गणेशं नमामः तमस्तोमहारं जनाज्ञानहारं त्रयीवेदसारं परब्रह्मपारं मुनिज्ञानकारं विदूरे विकारं सदा ब्रह्मरूपं गणेशं नमामः निजैरोषधीस्तर्पयन्तं करोद्यैः सरौघान् कलाभिः सुधास्राविणीभिः दिनेशां सुसन्तापहारं द्विजेशं शशाङ्कस्वरूपं गणेशं नमामः प्रकाशस्वरूपं नभो वायुरूपं विकारादिहेतुं कलाकालभूतम् अनेकक्रियानेकशक्तिस्वरूपं सदाशक्तिरूपं गणेशं नमामः प्रधानस्वरूपं महत्तत्त्वरूपं धरावारिरूपं दिगीशादिरूपम् असत्सत्स्वरूपं जगद्हेतुभूतं सदा विश्वरूपं गणेशं नताः स्मः त्वदीये मनः स्थापयेदङ्घ्रियुग्मे जनो विघ्नसङ्गान् न पीडां लभेत लसत् सूर्यबिम्बे विशाले स्थितोऽयं जनोध्वान्तपीडां कथं वा लभेत वयं भ्रामिताः सर्वथा ज्ञानयोगात् अलब्धा तवाङ्घ्रिं बहून् वर्षपूगान् इदानीमवाप्तास्तवैव प्रसादात् प्रपन्नान् सदा पाहि विश्वम्भराद्य गणेश उवाच इदं यः पठेत् प्रातरुत्थाय धीमान् त्रिसन्ध्यं सदा भक्तियुक्तो विशुद्धः सपुत्रान् श्रियं सर्वकामान् लभेत परब्रह्मरूपो भवेदन्तकाले परब्रह्मरूपो भवेदन्तकाले इति गणेशपुराणे उपासनाखण्डे त्रयोदशोऽध्याये श्रीगणपतिस्तवः. Like that, so many beautiful stotras are there. Keep spending time in chanting them. Will be of great help. Now our Vedic chanting. Rigvedaha Dashamamandalam 125, 26, 27. If possible 28 4 mantras. Om Athaveda Parayanam Rigvedaha Dashamamandalam Atha Panchavimshatyadika Shatatamanuvakadarabhyam Om Om Aham Rudrebhirvasubhishcharamyamadityai Rutavishvadevaihi Aham Mitra Varuno Bha Vibharmyaham Aham Ashvino Bha Aham Somamahanasam Vibharmyaham Tvashtara Mutapushanam Bhagam Aham Dadhami Dravinam Havishmate Supravye Yajamanaaya Sunvate Aham Rashtre Sangamani Vasunam Chikitushe Prathama Yagniyanam Tamma Deva Vyadaduhu Purutra Bhuristhatram Bhurya Veshayantem Mayaso Annamattiyo Vipashyati Yaha Pranitiya Im Shrunotyuktam Amanta Vomanta Upakshiyanti श्रुतिश्रुतश्रद्धिवन्ते वदामि अहमेव स्वयमिदं वदामि जुष्टं देवेभिरुतमानुषेभिः यं कामयेतन्तमुग्रं कृणोमि तं ब्रह्माणं तं ऋषिं तं सुमेधाम् अहं रुद्राय धनुरातनोमि ब्रह्मद्विषेशरवे हन्तवाओ अहं जनाय समदं कृणोम्यहं द्यावा पृथिवी आविवेश अहं सुवे पितरमस्य मूर्धन्मम योनिरप्स्वन्तः समुद्रे ततो वितिष्ठे भुवनासु विश्वोतामों द्यां वर्ष्मणोपस्पृशामि अहमेव वात इव प्रवाम्यारभमाणा भुवनानि विश्वा परो दिवा पर एना पृथिव्यै तावती महिना संबभूव. Something like, Bhusuktam of our mantra Pushpam. Next, 1 to 6. न तमं हो न दुरितं देवासो अष्टमर्त्यं सजोषसोऽयमर्यमा मित्रो नयन्ति वरुणो अतिद्विषः तद्धि वयं वृणीमहे वरुण मित्रार्यवन्न येनानिरंहसो यूयं पात नेता च मर्त्यमतिद्विषः ते नूनन्नो यमूत ये वरुणो मित्रो अर्यमा न इष्टा उनो नेषणि वर्षिष्ठा उन पर्षण्यतिद्विषः योऽयं विश्वं परिपात वरुणो मित्रो अर्यमा युष्माकं शर्मणि प्रिये श्याम सुप्रणीतयोतिद्विषः आदित्यासो अतिसृधो वरुणो मित्रो अर्यमा उग्रं मरुद्भिरुद्रं हुवेमेन्द्रमग्निं स्वस्तयेतिद्विषः नेतार उषुणस्थिरो वरुणो मित्रो अर्यमा अतिविश्वानि दुरिता राजानश्चर्षणीनामतिद्विषः शुनमस्मभ्यमूत ये वरुणो मित्रो अर्यमा शर्म यच्छन्तु सप्रथ आदित्यासो यदीमहे अतिद्विषः यथा हत्यद्वसवो गौर्यं चित्पदिशिताममुञ्चता यजत्राः एवोऽश्वस्मन्मुञ्चताव्यं हः प्रतार्यग्ने प्रतरं न आयुः 1 to 7 रात्रिव्यक्ष्यदायते पुरुत्रा देव्यक्षभिः विश्वा अधिश्रियोधित पूर्वप्रा अमर्त्या निवतो देव्युद्वतः ज्योतिषा बाधते तमः निरुस्वसारमस्कृतोषसन्देव्यायते अपेदुहासते तमः सा नो अद्य यस्या वयन्निते यामन्न विक्ष्महि वृक्षेण वसतिं वयः निग्रामासो अवीक्षित निपद्वन्तो निपक्षिणः निश्येनासश्चिदर्थिनः यावया वृक्यं वृकं यवयस्तेन मूर्म्ये अथा नः सुतरा भव उपमापेऽपिषत्तमः कृष्णं व्यक्तमस्थित कुशरुणे वयातय उपधेगा इवाकरं वृणीष्व दुहितर्दिवः रात्रिस्तोमं न जिग्युषे 1 to 8 ममाग्ने वर्चो विहवेश्वस्तु वयं त्वेन्धानास्तन्वं पूषेम मह्यं नमन्तां प्रदिशश्चतस्रस्त्वयाध्यक्षेण पृथना जयेम मम देवा विहवे सन्तु सर्व इन्द्रवन्तो मरुतो विष्णुरग्निः ममान्तरिक्षमुरुलोकमस्तु मह्यं वातः भवतां कामे अस्मिन् मयि देवा द्रविणमायजन्तां मय्याशीरस्तु मयि देवहोदेः दैव्या होतारो वनुषन्त पूर्वेरिष्टाः श्याम तन्वा सुवीराः मह्यं यजन्तु मम यानि हव्याकोतेः सत्या मनसो मे अस्तो येनो मानिगाङ्कतमच्चनाहं विश्वे देवासो अधिनुवोचतानः देवी हि षडुर्वीरुरुनः कृणोत विश्वे देवास इह वीरयध्वं माहास्महि प्रजयामातनोभिर्मारधाम द्विषते सोमराजन् अग्ने मन्युं प्रतिनुदन् परेशामदब्धो गोपाः परिपाहि नस्त्वं प्रत्यञ्चोऽयन्तु निगुतः पुनस्ते महिषाञ्चित्तं प्रबुधां विनेशत दाता दातॄणां भुवनस्य यस्पतिर्देवं त्रातारमभिमातिशाहम् इमं यज्ञमश्विनोभा बृहस्पतिर्देवाः पान्तु यजमानं न्यर्थात् उरुव्यचानो महिषः शर्मयं सदस्मिन् हवे पुरुहूतः पुरुक्षुः स नः प्रजायै हर्यश्वं मृडयेन्द्रमानो रीरिषो मा परादाः येन सबध्ना अवते भवन्त्विन्द्राग्निभ्यामवबाधामहेतान् वसवो रुद्रा आदित्या उपरि स्पृशं मोग्रं चेत्तारमधिराजमक्रन्. We'll do the Nasadiya Suktam also. Good day today. Nasadasenno sadaset tadanim nasid rajo no vyoma paro yata kimavari kuhakasya sharmannamba kimasid gahananga veram na mrutyurasid amrutam na tarhinaratriya ahna asid praketaha ani anidavatam swadaya tadekam तस्माद्धान्यन्न परः किञ्चनास तम आसीत् तमसा गूढमग्रे प्रखेतं सलिलं सर्वमा इदं तुच्छेनाभ्वपिहितं यदासीत् तपसस्तन्महिना जायतैकं कामस्तदग्रे समवर्ततातिमनसोरेतः प्रथमं यदासीत् ततो बन्धुमसति निरविन्दन् हृदि प्रदिश्य कवयो मनीषा तिरश्चीनो विततो रश्मिरेषा मदः स्विदासीदुपरि स्विदासीद् रेतोधा आसन् महिमान आसन् स्वधा आवस्तात् प्रयति परस्ताद् को अद्धावेदक इह प्रवोचे चत्कुत आजाता कुत इयं विसृष्टिः अर्वाग्देवा अस्य विसर्जनेनाथा को वेदयत आबभूव इयं विसृष्टिर्यत आबभूव यदि वा तथे यदि वा न यो अस्याध्यक्षः परमे व्योमन्सो अङ्गवेदयति वा न वेद ॐ शान्तिः शान्तिः शान्तिः. Good rendering. We are trying our best in chanting these Veda mantras every day. May the Veda Rishis bless us, give us the subtlety, the ability to understand those mantras, like this latest what we chanted, Nasadiya Suktam. Other than the Sat Brahman, what else is there? That highest contemplative mantra it was. So too today we have chanted the other, you know, I think Bhusuktam it must be. So divine it was talking. Yeah, a time will come wherein we will be remembering or getting to understand the meaning of the mantras. Right, friends, in today's common sense thought, very short and precise thought is that one thing we have to note that for anybody, whether it is an ant or it is an elephant or it is the human or it is to the plants or it is to the Yakshagandharvadi or Devatas, Indra or even to Brahmadi Deva, please remember the time will not stop. Anna? The time is a continuous thing which is going on, moving, passing. And along with that time, whatever the status we are in, opportunities we are in, positions we are in, they are also moving, going away. So when that time providing us those opportunities, becoming alert and aware of it and making use of it is our wisdom. So the time will not stop. This is a simple thought, especially in this Kali Yuga, because of the hundreds of things which are drawing our attention more quickly, the time passing, isn't it? And especially as we grow to certain age, let's say about 55, 60, it is so vichitra, nothing is done, but still the days passed so fast. And unfortunately, unlike the childhood age or youth age or even middle age, in the old age, every passing day will reduce our abilities, capacities only, not add. And if someone is doing various body maintenance practices, for them, it may sustain, it may remain little better than others who don't do any exercise. So, the decaying of it is natural in every living organism or living being. So too to you and I human. So time goes on going, time never stops. As the time passes, we are also slowly, you know, losing our opportunities and all abilities. Point one. Point two, therefore, in that time only, please think, understand it. Ki, what we know won't help us much. Okay? Though we have to know. Then what helps us if not what we know is among the things known, what we do that alone helps. That's why there are two types of people in this world who know so many things yet achieved nothing because they did nothing. You and I are a good example for that. How many shastras we are studying? Compare with this with so many other people, isn't it? But happening not anything? No. Why? Doing nothing. There are some people know very little but achieve so much because whatever little they know, they do it. So slowly in us, this wisdom has to dawn that the doing only counts. What we do, that alone counts. How much we do, that alone counts. In what way we do, that alone counts and gives us result. As we saw in Tulsi Ramayana yesterday, the Manushya Sharira is the best one for a Dehi because Naraka Swarga Apavarga Niseni. That's a result of what we do. So therefore, know, but whatever we know, out of it, the important ones, we have to start doing. And when we start doing something good, noble, see to it that it is improved upon only and not given up. And last 1 month or 1 week or yesterday, what I have done, that alone gives me the result. Anything. I focused on eating good food, I'll have good energy, good body today. Grosser than the grossest we do, or subtler than the subtlest we do. Outer than the outermost we do, inner than the innermost we do. That alone goes with us. Now the we are doing all thoughts random way, you connect to them. The funniest part it is what anything we know and we want to do, especially the good things, useful things, noble things, whether they may be of Vyavahara, whether they may of the Artha Prapti, whether they may be the outer services, the Dharma Nirvahana, or any of the Punya Karmas, even our Adhyatmika sadhanas of Karma Yoga, Bhakti Yoga, Ashtanga Yoga, and Jnana Sadhana Yoga. This mind fellow, he goes on bringing one or the other reason, one or the other excuse. He is like a nagging child. The nagging child draws all our attention, and he has nothing to get from us, nor by ourselves attending to him we are able to do anything. On the other hand, the good work which the mother was doing, that is disturbed by this fellow. Same is the mind. Through the manorajya, through samkocha, through the sanshaya, through the sandeha, through the fear, through the variety of projections or imaginations, somehow the mind sees that we don't do. This is the trick of the mind played. Why it has got that trick? We only gave it that lenience and it has become its habit. Now that trick of the mind has to be conquered with this smartness of the intellect, wisdom of the intellect. maturity of the intellect. है ना? Like that mother, what she does, an intelligent mother. She just 5-10% attention she gives to that child, in which that she manages him. The remaining 89%, 90%, she attends to what she has to do, the daily chorus. In the same way, by not giving much attention importance to the mind and its vagaries and its worries, its questions, its doubts, its despairs, its all ambiguities, or all worries, broodings, मत दो ज्यादा importance, just to, that's it. Like the mother, she does it, otherwise उनका दिन का काम नहीं होगा, वो गधा जितना भी टाइम दो, he will not be happy. वो कहता है you have to be with me, you can't ask why, it is like that, है ना? In today's world, you see, only one stupid child and the entire family attends to that Gada, useless, along with the three servants appointed, and yet nobody does anything because all are attending. In our earlier days, we have seen 6-7 बच्चे होते थे. All are managed and every work of the house is done with least conveniences. We never had those conveniences like now. उस समय घर में 10 लोगों के लिए चटनी बनानी है कोई, है ना, नारियल चटनी, तो वो एक दो नारियल ले आके उनको तोड़कर टुकड़े करके उस, वो होता था ना, व्हाट वी कॉल मोर्टर, देन कूट कर शी हैड टू मेक द मदर. अब की तरह नहीं है कि यू जस्ट पुट इट इन द मिक्सी एंड हो जाता है. इजंट इट? फॉर 10-12 पीपल दाल चावल रोटी सब्जी सब बनते थे with all this nagging. See how that was done. Learn, remember that. And remember this, that what we do, that alone counts, and the mind has its own nonsense or knack of pulling us. Intellect should have its own smartness to keep on doing our sadhanas. I do it every day. My mind also, like yours, you maybe, I don't say guarantee, goes on nagging कि आज class छोड़ दो, आज छुट्टी दे दो. People who do arti to you, those who come regularly, they will be happy. My mind gives all these suggestions, at least for the sake of them. Why don't you have that karuna? Every day you do class, others escape, they are intelligent, but few are there, bechare, unintelligent fellows. You know, if they are unintelligent, at least you should be kind for them. Give chutti, the mind says. I don't listen to it. Thoda listen karo, one after other it brings any number of other friends finally to defeat me in doing this. So I have to somehow intellectually intelligent enough, smart enough, some to say that चलो बाद में बात करेंगे पहले class करने दो. So at least the class I am doing, isn't it? Any other thing also in our life, there is a tug of war fighting between the convinced intellect wanting to do sadhanas, the habituated mind wanting to pull us away from sadhana and take us into the absolute nonsense. Except spirituality, mind you, at this age of ours, everything else is nonsense only. Everything else is. Nonsense means because it's just samsara. It's just meaningless. It's just worthless. It's just useless only. But the mind is happy in making us do so. And it makes our intellect dull-witted. वो हर चीज कराती है, वो जॉगिंग कराएगी, वॉकिंग कराएगी, अच्छे अच्छे व्यंजन बनाकर खाना खिलाए. It will take us for shopping, it will take us to the friends, everything it does except allowing us for our spiritual sadhanas. Let's focus on sadhana. See that people in this world so active, some are so dynamic, they are so much that you are surprised to see them कि इतना तुम कैसे कर पा रहे हो. But what they do is only worldly things. अब इतना एक्टिवनेस डायनामिज्म है and that's used only for the worldliness, क्या फायदा? And the other extreme are what? Neither do spiritual things nor any of the worldly things. They are a bhoj bhar to the world, liability. The some of the ones who negotiate. 20-30% sadhana they are able to do. 60-70% they are to manage in the other nonsense and the rest, etc. There are some people who have little reason above who per day spend 30-40% for sadhana. Good achievers they are. Even 30-40% of the day, 6-7 hours, if you are doing sadhana, is tremendous it is. But as we see, that also is not fully sufficient. Slowly it has to grow. That's the meaning of Ananya Sintayanto Mam. That's the meaning of Sarvadharman Parityaja Mam Ekam Sharanam Vraja. So these are the sublime ultimate calls given by the Sat Gurus and the Lord. That you have to be not a part time but the whole time sadhak. All the time busy, continuously, not giving chance to even mind even little also. Already decided by the intellect what are the sadhanas, having consulted the Guru and Shastras, and we are consciously doing it. That's it. Like the mother knows these fellow will come and nag, and she already prepares what's to be done for breakfast or lunch. She goes on doing those things. अदरवाइज क्या है ना, हम सोचते रहेंगे, देखते जाएंगे, करेंगे कुछ नहीं, तो कुछ किया ही नहीं है तो होगा कैसे कुछ, है ना? एंड गोइंग ऑन पोस्टपोनिंग, जब करूंगा, अरे कब करूंगा, अभी करो. नो बट आई एम इन ट्रैवल, उतरो कार से एंड जब करके फिर बैठो. Isn't it? But I am in that important program. Everything looks to be important. That's the fun of life, except our sadhana. You understand? This is the immaturity. What is the spiritual maturity? Is nothing is important to me other than my sadhana. Even managing the whole world show. Oh, दूसरे लोग करन दो, है ना? Let me. I have to manage myself. Manage my adhyatmic sadhana, my inner journey. I know my deep understanding of Tattva through Shastra Shravana, my contemplation, my dhyana, they are important to me. So, time won't stop, mind will keep on nagging, knowing won't help, doing only doing. Therefore, quickly jump into doing the sadhanas. Nirantar, well, karna should like our classes. First, we do them, that is decided. Now we have got habituated. Then doing the best of the texts, doing them in a better, more productive, useful way. They are the improvements. These are possible first of all when we stick to this doing. अगेन अब ये नहीं किया शुरू पर इसमें improvements कहाँ से आएंगे? Everywhere that is what na, you join the profession first, then you improve upon. You get a house first, then you just decorate it or whatever the infrastructure you have to make, you make it. हर जगह ऐसे करते हो कि नहीं, पहले गाड़ी खरीदी, देन फिर बाकी चलाना, मेंटेन करना, सर्विसिंग सब करते हो. सोचते रहोगे तो कुछ भी नहीं होगा. सोचते रहोगे कुछ भी नहीं होगा मतलब बिना किए. सोचना तो जरूरी है, बट इज दैट थिंकिंग, हाउ मच टाइम द थिंकिंग विल टेक टू थिंक एंड डिसाइड समथिंग? वेरी लेस. The remaining time is not thinking, it is worrying, it is brooding, it is escaping, it is justifying. The mind is always with its vasanas, with its powerful millions of lives gathered vasanas for the external world or anything else other than sadhana. Be aware, my vasanas, they are pulling me to be the worldly. My intellect, should be more stronger in its conviction about the Adhyatmik Jivana, Adhyatmik Sadhana, Adhyatmik Pragati, Adhyatmik Lakshya Prapti. Now, today is at my disposal, 1st September 2025. New month has started, last quarter. Ha, Krishna, quarter nahi, Chaturmas. Hmm. So, let that nagging continue, but I am convinced. These are the few hours I am engaging in my these various necessary sadhanas. First, let me do. After 1 week, 10 days, I'll assess and reset them without stopping the doing, without discontinuing the doing. I'll improve upon. I was doing everything haphazardly. कभी जप कर लेता हूँ, कभी पूजा कर लेता हूँ, कभी क्लास में आता हूँ, कभी नहीं आता हूँ, कभी 10 मिनट में चले जाता हूँ, कभी पुस्तक पढ़ता हूँ, नहीं. So it was better than nothing, doing nothing earlier. Now these things I'll regularize them, I'll systematize them. See that maturity? Without giving up what we are doing, let us reset them. Let us streamline them. Let's make them proper. The requirement wise, the time wise, etc. The requirement wise means at what level of our inner mind we are. Antakarana. तमोगुण है तो उससे बाहर आने के लिए क्या करें, रजोगुण है तो उससे बाहर आने क्या करें, सत्वगुण को लाने के लिए क्या करें, मेंटेन करने के लिए क्या करें, हाउ टू यूज दैट सत्वगुण व्हाट. सी, अकॉर्डिंग टू दैट रिक्वायरमेंट, so we will do the sadhanas. And as we saw one of the days, I remember, while doing these things, we have to be ruthless with ourselves and we have to be equally ruthless with the world, but telling them kindly, compassionately with all courteousness, so that nobody is hurt or harmed. In fact, तो हमारी औकात ऐसी होती है, when we want to do sadhana, everybody, including the wife or husband, are very happy. Jao, Bhadrakali, you leave me, the husband says. So, to the wife says, चले जाओ, I'll be very happy with me, all sisters and all. कोई हमारे किसी की जरूरत है क्या जिंदगी में? द मोस्ट ब्यूटीफुल थिंग इन आवर लाइफ, मेरा आपका के, नोबडी वांट्स अस. और क्या चाहिए? यूज दैट, दैट्स अ ब्लेसिंग, नॉट इन disguise, for direct blessing. The other day I told you, when we are unemployed, unengaged, unasked, uncalled, uninvited, that means we are most lucky that no botheration, no obligation, no duty. Absolutely one duty decide करो बस, engage in your improving in your inner sadhana. मजेदार है कि नहीं? So no, but keep doing also. करो करो, कल का कितना जप हुआ, कितना स्तोत्र पाठ हुआ, कितना डीपली इंटेंसली उपासना हुआ, एंड विद दैट प्रार्थना टू द लॉर्ड, ओ लॉर्ड इट इज ऑलरेडी डिलेड, my antakarana still is unstable, still it is extroverted, still is in rajas. Oh Lord, bless me. Let that sattva guna come, let that shubhecha come, let that antarmukhata come, let that clarity of what exactly the deeper sadhanas come, let that be done by me throughout day. Let remove all outer obstacles, inner. Ye deep prarthana. What I have done yesterday. So which Upanishad I studied yesterday? Which shloka I tried to contemplate? अब देख लो, किए बिना भी दिन तो खत्म हो गया. जितना किया उससे दिन हुआ. जितना बढ़िया या नहीं बढ़िया किया उससे दिन तो हो गया ना. 31 अगस्त तो खत्म, दोबारा तो आएगा नहीं वो. सेम विल बी दिस 1 सितंबर. So to the second chapter. So to the whole day, month, year life. Be afraid of this thought. Be frightened of this thought that it is not so good, healthy, advisable to just spend the days and years without doing satisfactory, necessary, substantial sadhana. And then करो बस, बाकी सारे शब्द जितना भी यूज करो, if those shabdas are strengthening you in doing sadhana, encouraging you, helping you, it's okay. If not, then just drop them. No need to, just keep doing, that's it. कुछ thoughts, they help us. Some of them on the help, disguise of helping, they will demoralize us. अब क्या क्या है examples, I just don't want to tell all of them. It's a homework to you. बस आज लग गए बस. You we have discussed these subhashita mantras more than once. Two of the very powerful ones. Yad ahareva virajeta, tad ahareva pravrajet. Means the moment the vairagya comes, that very moment you just give up everything and go for pravraja. In the total sense में वो meaning है. But instantaneously, immediate meaning is what? The moment you get the mind in calm and quiet state, not so much disturbed by rajas and tamas, Immediately use it for sadhana. Rather, even if it is at most rajas and tamas, do the sadhana, the sattva will come. Yadahareva virajet, tadahareva pravarajet. We interpreted that mantra for our use. It has a higher meaning. So too, the other mantra, one fellow says, Yavat jivet sukham jivet radam kritva aghritam pivet, that Charvaka followed that discipline. He is called Mr. Charvaka. It was his Vani. Worst. But the best one said was what? Asupte ramrute kalam nayad vedanta chintaya. Every day till we sleep and every life till we die. Nayet Vedanta Chintaya, every moment has to be Nayet spent Vedanta Chintaya in the Chintan of the Vedanta. Isn't it? So the other mantras, Vedanta Vakyeshu Sadharavantaha, और उसी का लाइन का मेन लास्ट सेंटेंस था अहर्निशम ये ब्रह्मणि रवंतः है ना कौपीनवंतः खलु भाग्यवंतः. So these are the sentences. When we remember, they definitely will inspire us. A time should come in our life. Only these two things of quietening our antakarana, transcending our antakarana. Purify, quieten, transcend. That's it. I know consciously today I have to do this, I am on that. Like a mission, like the profession. It is more important profession than any. Bring that attitude, it will help. As you were in your professional days, in your jobs busy, how you used to run early morning, बैठकर जो भी नौकरी करते थे दिन भर, very wonderful those days. Once we retired from that, we have to be equally busy with equal sincerity in our own evolution. नहीं तो फिर टाइम तो रुकेगा नहीं ना. That's called Maya, not allowing us to do sadhana. What is Sharanagati to the Lord, which makes us transcend Maya, is just doing what we know so far in the sadhana. बस कुछ भी जप करो पूजा anything done is better than not doing or wrong doing. First come into the doing state, then in that improve the things, do the best things, streamline everything, reset everything, do it more systematically, etc. May Lord bless us. Om 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 Sahana Vavatu Sahano Bhunaktu Sahaviryam Karavavahai Tejasvinavadhetamastu Ma Vidvishavahai. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Om Namo Brahmadibhyo. Om Yairime Gurubhihi Purvam. Om Shankaram Shankaracharyam. ओम निधये सर्वविद्यानां ओम श्रुतिस्मृतिपुराणानाम् ओम विदिताखिलशास्त्रसुधाजलधे महितोपनिषत् कथितार्थनिधे हृदये कलये विमलं चरणं भवशङ्करदेशिकमे शरणम्. ओम ब्रह्मानन्दं परमसुखदं परब्रह्मणे श्रुतिमात्रे समस्त ब्रह्म विद्याचार्येभ्यो ऋषिभ्यो मुनिभ्यो गुरुभ्यो देवताभ्यो अस्मत् गुरुभ्यो नमः. श्वेताश्वतरोपनिषदाचार्येभ्यो नमः. संकल्पः तेषां कृपया उपनिषदुक्त ब्रह्मात्मैक्यबोधेन अस्मिन् क्षणे एव कैवल्यमोक्षप्राप्ति सनातनधर्मस्य विश्वव्याप्ति विश्वध्यात्मिकप्रगति धर्मसंस्थापकानां निरन्तरविजयः श्रीराममन्दिरवत् शिव कृष्णादिमन्दिरादीनां पुनरवाप्ति तेषु निरन्तरशास्त्राध्ययनादीनां द्वारा भारतवर्षस्य सनातनधर्मस्य बाह्याभ्यंतर शत्रुघ्न समूल निर्मूलन पूर्वक भारतवर्षे विश्वे च अस्मात् क्षणादारभ्य वैदिक हिंद संस्कृतेः पुनरुत्थान जागरण पुनर्निर्माणार्थम् अस्यां कक्षाम् आगतानां संकल्पित सत्कर्मसु दिग्विजयः तेषां हृदये परब्रह्मादीनां प्रति भक्त्यादीनां द्वारा जन्म साफल्यार्थं कृष्ण यजुर्वेदीय श्वेताश्वतरोपनिषदः आद्य शंकर भाष्य समेत अध्ययन साधना प्रयत्न मोक्षार्थम. ओम नित्यानंद निराधारम निखिलाधारम अव्ययम निगमाद्यगतं नित्यं नीलकंठं नमाम्यहम् पारायणम 8 हो गया 9 10 11 12 इन चैप्टर 2 प्राणान् प्रपीड्येह संयुक्तचेष्टः क्षीणे प्राणे नासिकयोच्छ्वसीत दुष्टाश्वयुक्तमिव वाहमेनं विद्वान् मनो धारयेताप्रमत्तः समेषु चौ शर्करा वह्निवालुका विवर्जिते शब्दजलाश्रयादिभिः मनोनुकूलेन तु चक्षुपीडने गुहानिवाताश्रयणे प्रयोजयेत् नीहारधूमार्कानिलानलानां खद्योतविद्युत्स्फटिकशशीनाम् एतानि रूपाणि पुरःसराणि ब्रह्मण्यभिव्यक्तिकराणि योगे पृथ्व्यप्तेजोनिलखे समुत्थिते पञ्चात्मके योगगुणे प्रवृत्ते न तस्य रोगो न जरा न मृत्युः प्राप्तस्य योगाग्निमयं शरीरं. Friends, they already studied portion of this Shwethashwathara Upanishad. When the chantings are done, such a feeling of shame, self-insult is felt. That such a beautiful guidance was already given by the Shwethashwathara Rishi and Adi Shankara Bhagavan. If we had, along with the study, practiced, we would have reached to such a great heights. Studying what not doing. See, in continuation of our that कॉमन सेंस थॉट इतने शर्म आता है इतना स्पष्ट रूप से बताया व्हाट साधना टू डू वी हैव स्टडीड इट 200 days back 6 months back but देखो as just now said time just goes on going on in every nonsense such a small little silly meaningless things we spend such a precious time so much most unwanted and totally destroying things we spend time and also in things which are required. But less time required, we give more time. In this way, खत्म ही होता जाता है. Anyway, now we are into the Shashtama mantra with Bhashyam. What is the Shashtama mantra? Straight away. Tadveda guhyopanishatsu gudham tat brahma vedate brahma yonim ये पूर्वदेवाः ऋषयश्च तद्विदुः ते तन्मया अमृता वै बभूवुः. So, if we want to simplify the Vedanta, like in the evening class yesterday, in the concluding verse of the 26th text of Adi Shankara, Brahmanuchintana. What to achieve, where to achieve, how to achieve. The achieving is our state of being the self. Where to do that? In our own core of the heart. How? By becoming antarmukha, antarmukha, antarmukha. The same thing through all these mantras, we are guided further, guided deeply, substantiated deeply. Related to these main essence things only, all mantras of Upanishad. These are all the patching things which leak away our inspirations, our informations. These are the empowering things, all these shlokas. So, tad Veda Guhya Upanishatsu Gudham tad Brahma Vedayate Brahma Yonim Ye Purva Devaha Rushayascha tad Viduhu Te Tanmayaha Amrutavai Babhuvuhu. See, lucky that we do the chantings every day, helping us in becoming familiar with the mantras, revealing to us to begin with the Shabdika Artha, the literal meaning, with Bhashya more clarity. Later on, it is in our Shraddha how much we retain this knowledge and our commitment, how much we do this sadhana. So, that Brahma Vastu, Veda Guhya Upanishadsu Godam, is there in the Veda Guhya, which is called Upanishad. Is anybody there who has taught that? Is there anybody who has realized it? Tad Brahma Vedate. That Brahma Deva has known the truth. When you was taught the Vedas, the Sara, by the Narayana himself. Then, ye Purvadevaha Rishayascha, not one or two, hundreds and thousands and lakhs and crores of the Purva Devatas, Purva Rishis, they all of many of them Tadvidu. Those who have not known, they are pursuing now. They also will know. Among those uncountable Rishis and Devatas, Rishi Devata means all the Jivas. Few are reported through the Purana Itihas. And that is sufficient also. The unreported are 99%. Like in Ramayana Katha, whole 24,000 shlok, main character only dealt with. That doesn't mean that at that time Ramaraj में और दूसरे लोग नहीं थे. There were so many Brahmanas, Kshatriyas, Vaishya, Shudra, doing their sadharma, doing their Desha Seva, doing Rama Bhakti, doing their own Adhyatmik sadhana. Some of them might have much more earlier realized than the said bhaktas there. But सारे कहानियां नहीं आते वो. आप कितना लिख सकते हो बताओ? Isn't it? We are trying to say is when it is said Purva Devaha Rishayasya means whoever have tried to know, they all have known. Whoever have known him, they became one with that reality. Whoever have become one with that reality being immortal, they also became Amrita, immortal. So that immortal word is Amrita. How close they are. हा भाष्य के साथ तदिति तत् प्रकृतम आत्मस्वरूपम that Atmavastu, which is in the subject, in the context of the subject that's being discussed in all Upanishads, in this Upanishad too, right from beginning and also in the latest portion. Tat prakrutam atmatattvam Vedanam guhya Upanishadah, Veda guhya Upanishadah, tasu Veda guhya Upanishadsu gudham samvrutam. So the Vedanam guhyaha Upanishadah. So tasu Veda guhya Upanishadsu gudham samvrutam. So the presence about that reality, the swarupa of that reality, the mahima of that reality, the tatastha lakshana of that reality, that way to reach out to that reality, all these are samvritam, hidden in the Veda Guhya Upanishad. In Veda, those who really study, as we were lucky every day, we are lucky every day to chant the Rigveda mantras, the Yajurveda mantras, the Atharvana Veda mantras. See, Krishna Yajurvediya Taittiriya Aranyaka, sixth Prashna we are chanting in our next Telugu class. Rigveda, Dashama Mandalam we are here studying. So, Krishna Yajurveda, Rigveda ho gaya. And Mandukya Upanishad is from Atharvana Veda. Three Upanishads we are. So, three Vedas we are studying every day. So, except the Upanishad portion we attend. In all other chantings of ours, today also we saw, most of it is karma and upasana, karma upasana. वही predominant दिखता है. Somewhere in the corner, in small 10, 20, 30, 40, only 50 shlokas, this Brahma Jnana revealing mantras are there. That is the meaning of Tad Veda Guhya Upanishadsu Gudham. Now I am tempted to talk so much on this. Cutting short is this much key. Why it is so deeply put? Why not the Upanishads only are put first? Isn't it? The answer is go through all those Karma Kanda, Upasana Kanda, through which get all what you want of the worldly things, external, find the limitations of them, find the endfulness of them, discover Vairagya for them, and kick them away. Then go with all certainty for that permanent thing through the Upanishads. इसलिए उसको बाद में रखते. पहले भी होता है to inspire us, but though we are informed, inspired yet, a lot of asanas, etc., will be there in us. To exhaust them, the middle portion of the karma upasana kind of karma and karma phala. When you go through that for a long time and use our dimag with the help of gurus, we understand that they gave nothing only. They took away everything. Then what to do? Kick them. Then what? Seek the eternal, seek the permanent. That will be there now in the Upanishads. That's why Veda Guhya Upanishads so good. The other meaning is it is not Gudha in the sense that it is not revealed or told. It is not it's Gudha in the sense if we are not qualified enough, subtle enough, we will not be able to catch it. So the subtlety, the secrecy of the Tattva Jnana is in our inability to grasp it, not in its not being revealed. It's revealed, it's open, it's every time there are rishis, munis are there. Nowadays the books printed are there, books soft copies are there, सब कुछ available. But हम उसके लिए लायक नहीं होते. That's the meaning of that being secret. Another meaning is what? The more anything in Gudha and Guhya, the more we have to be careful and subtle and hard working to make it reveal. The most precious of the stones is diamonds. So where those diamonds are available, go and so carefully you have to dig them. गलत चोट लग गया आपके क्रोबार का तो the diamond may break. It may break, may get distorted, disturbed, then its value gets reduced. इसलिए जितना सटल सीक्रेट होता है उतना केयरफुली उसके लिए ढूंढना पड़ता है सिंगल पॉइंटेड होना पड़ता है ओके दैट कैन बी द इनफ मीनिंग सी वेदानां गुह्य उपनिषदः वेद गुह्य उपनिषदः तासु वेद गुह्य उपनिषत्सु गूढ़ं संवृतम् up to this we have seen brahma who is brahma hiranyagarbha who is brahma hiranyagarbha samashti sukshma sharira abhimani Hiranyagarbha Vedate. What do you mean Vedate? Janati. That Hiranyagarbha, the Brahmadeva, the Sutratma, he knows that Brahman. And he knows that Brahman as what? Also as Brahma Yonim. Means Veda Pramanakam Ityartha. See this very subtle mystical understanding. That from the absolute truth reality alone the Vedas have come. Again the Vedas become Pramana for that absolute reality. परमात्मा नहीं है तो वेद उपनिषद कहां से आते you know all of them are called as purushanishrutam ityadi purushanishwasitam so from the reality the vedas came and the vedas are again authority for you and I to understand the presence of Paramatma, nature of Paramatma, his availability, the way to obtain him, etc. That's the meaning of Brahma Yonim Veda Pramanakam Ityartha. Tat Brahma Brahmadeva Hiranyagarbha Vedate means Janati. Brahma Yonim means Veda Pramanakam Ityartha. Veda Pramanakam is such a word, उसमें दोनों अर्थ है वेदों के प्रमाण के द्वारा उनको जानते हैं और वेदों का भी वही प्रमाण है फ्रॉम हिम ओनली द वेदास हैव कम डन अथवा ब्रह्म योनिम का अनदर मीनिंग ब्रह्मणः हिरण्यगर्भस्य योनिम ब्रह्म आल्सो मीन्स वेद therefore vedasya va yonim so the brahmas yoni the womb vedas yoni the womb is that Parabrahma Tattva. Then continues, Ye Purva Devaha, earlier Devas. Who are they? Rudradayaha. All the Rudradi Devas, Indradi Devas, whomever the Devas you come across in Vedas and Puranas. All those Purva Devas, Rudradayaha. Then Rishayaha. Who are the Rishis? Vamadevadayaha. To Vamadeva. Because Vamadeva is found in the Upanishad. Rudras are found in the Upanishad. This is the Bhashya for the Upanishad. Therefore, the Bhashyakara gives the examples from the Upanishads. So that is his commitment to Upanishads. when he is commenting on Upanishads. His respect towards Shruti Mata. He never gets digressed at all. So the Devaha example is Rudradayaha, Rishayaha example is Vamadeva. Vamadeva we have seen in our Hitariya Upanishad. है ना? Then all other rishis you can add. The Guru, the Angirasa Rishi, the Shishya, the Shaunaka Rishi in the Mundaka. है ना? In the Taittiriya Upanishad, the Varuna is the Guru, the father, the Bhrugu is the son, the Shishya. है ना? The Yajnavalkyas, the Maitreyas, then the Arunis, Shvetaketus, Uddalakas, so many, Rishayaha. So, Purvadevaha Rudradayaha, Purva Rishayaha cha, Vamadevadayaha, be attentive, Tadviduhu. Tad Brahma, they all have realized here, and having realized, te Tanmayaha Babhuhu. What is the meaning of Tanmayaha Babhuhu? Tad Atma Bhutaha Santaha. So, knowing Brahman is becoming Brahman, please. The Brahman, the Tattva, the reality, cannot be objective, other than me, object. The rule is what? Object is Jada, the object is Nashwara. The Brahman is not Jada, it is Chetana, it is not Nashwara, it is Shashvata. So it cannot be object, it has to be subject. Therefore, that Brahman at its final stage of discovery or understanding is realized as myself. That's the meaning of having known it, Tanmayaha Tadatma Bhutaha Bhavuhu. And then Tadatma Bhutaha Santaha, having realized that oneness with that Brahman, Amruta, Amarna Dharmanaha Bhavuhu, they also became Amruta Sarupa, Amarna Dharma, to Marana Rahitya. When you say Marana, that's the last of the Vikaras. Before that, the other five Vikaras, all the Shat Vikara, the Rahitya. In the Vikara, only there is Dukkha, Dukkha is equal to Samsara. So Amrita Babuhu, Amarana Dharmaha Babuhu is equal to Jayate, Vardate, Viparinamate, Bhakshyate, Vinashyati. Iti, all the Vikaras which are there in the Upadis, they are never there in that Brahman. They realize the Brahman, therefore they are also beyond all these Vikaras in which alone there was samsara. That's how we have to very subtly, consciously, deeply, while feeling, have to understand, or while understanding, have to feel. Okay. So all these Rudradi Devata, Vamadevata Rishis have realized the Brahman as Atma Bhutaha, their own self. And therefore, because the Brahman is Janmadi, Vikara Rahita, they experience themselves to be the Janma Maranadi Vikara Rahita Tattva. It looks to be vague for us because we are familiar with identity with the body and the death of the body, and death of the body is by death. हर दिन वही सुनते हैं, वही देखते हैं, वही महसूस करते हैं, इसलिए हमको वही ऑथेंटिक लगता है. थोड़ा हटकर उपनिषद के दृष्टि से सोचना है कि देयर इज वन स्टेट ऑफ बीइंग वेयर देयर आर नो विकारास, नो मृत्यु, अमृत स्थिति. That's why Upanishad alone can tell these truths. That's why that Veda Gushya Upanishadsu Gudam. If you don't search in the Upanishads, the presence of that Janmadi Vikara Rahita Parabrahma is not understood by us, not caught by us, not felt by us, not known to us. Then we are always with the Mruta Rupanamadi Jagat only, Upadis only. But here the other thing is said, they knew the Brahman as just their own self. The Brahman being immortal, they realized that immortality, Amrita Bhavu. So, why you are telling us if Brahma has realized, or the Rishis have realized, or Devatas have realized, हमें क्या लेना देना? अरे भैया, इसका अर्थ ये है कि तथा इदानीन्तनः अपि. Idanimtanah means the people of this present age, this moment also, who are seated in this class as Vakta and Shrota. They are all called as Idamnintanaha. They are all Purve. So the past people, their examples are given to tell that idanim tana happy, the people of even the present, with all their modernization, with all their science and technology, as much they can get caught up in samsara, so much they can get liberated also by doing sadhana. Therefore, tatha idanim tanahapi tam eva viditva. Having known that Brahman alone, like the rishis, like these Rudradi Devatas, having known that Brahman alone has themselves Amrita Bhavati, he also becomes, or they also will become Amrita Swarupa, iti Vakya Shesha. The unsaid thing which we have to add and say is this. That's called as Shesha Vakya or Vakya Shesha. है ना, कभी कभी गुरु भी ऐसे होते हैं ना कि वो आधा कहकर शिष्य को पूछते हैं, अब बताओ उसका अर्थ कंक्लूड करो. जैसे in this case, why in the Purva Devatas and Rishis having known Brahman, they have realized the Brahman to be themselves and they became immortal, Amrita Bhav. भाई सुन रहे हो शिष्य? हाँ, इसका मतलब क्या है बताओ. देर आर डेफिनेटली वन आर टू इंटेलिजेंट स्टूडेंट्स होते हैं हर क्लास में, हर स्कूल में, हर टीचर. तो वो बोल सर सर मैं बोलूंगा. व्हाट इज दैट? इसका अर्थ ये है कि इवन टुडेस पीपल आल्सो कैन डू दैट साधना, नो दैट ब्रह्मन, realize their oneness with that, and they also can become Amrita Swarupa. Very good, Taliya. So some other places, maybe all Buddhu going to be होंगे. सर हमने नहीं समझा. अरे इसका अर्थ ये है कि the पूर्व में ऋषि देवता have realized oneness with Brahman and they become immortal. Idam nintanaha api. Even you also of this present age, even the future coming jivas also, every one of them also, tameva viditva amruto bhavati iti vakya shesha. All of them also can know that Brahman and can become immortal. Okay, and then the last but not the least and most important sentence, then this is what? Ki, there is true fulfillment in life only when the immortality is experienced, and the immortality, Janmadi Rahitya, Marnad Rahitya, can be experienced only in experiencing our essential Brahma Swarupa. Other than that, there is nothing which can give us that peace, happiness, thus Amrita. This is more important. One thing is what? Like the Purve, Idanim Tanahapi can realize Brahman and get immortality. That is simple way of saying. But inspiring way of saying is what? There is no way other than this to become Mukta, to become Amrita Swarup. Becoming Amrita is Mukti. Not becoming Amrita, going through the Marana Ityadi is always Bandhana. So therefore, sir, I want to become doctor. Can I become immortal? No, sir. Yesterday news, sir. The cardiology doctor of 38 years, while treating the patient, he collapsed with cardiac arrest. कल का या परसों का न्यूज. Sir, I want to become a politician and use all my intelligence to do all the drama baji which all the political leaders are doing in SCO. एक एक नेता को देखोगे ना, एक एक की तमाशा देखोगे, the staunch solid masses of ego, arrogance, prestige, selfishness, and wanting to sustain their powers, positions, knowingly, mainly, unknowingly, even at the cost of their own nations. Nobody is spared, huh? Everybody included in that, with quotes. Isn't it? Some have great vocabulary for the dikhava and impress others. Some lack it. That's the only difference. Otherwise, like you and I, what do we do? Always sustain our ego, selfishness. सब वही करते. Only a pure spiritual person alone can be selfless. Otherwise, बाहर कुछ भी हो मेरा अंदर का खेल अपना चलता ही रहता है. May not be revealed to the ordinary people. Ordinary people can't think deeply, no? What are the deep intentions behind that person? है ना? Some of them can do lots of good outside. Inside, They have their own personal agendas. Artha rakha hote. Anyway, my point is somebody is asking, somebody want to join politics to do all the jadoo vagara. Will I get immortality? Nahi. That's the main point. So, how to get that Janma, Marana, Adi Rahityasa? If there were two options, I would have told you, friend, there are no two. There is only one. And mind you, that one is certain. Sure, undoubted. And what is that? Know that Brahman being immortal, you will also become Brahman. Because knowing Brahman is being Brahman. That's why Tadviduho Tanmayaha Amrita Babuho. Three sacred words. Tadviduho, they have known that Brahman. Tanmaya Babuho Atma Bhotaha. That they become one with that Brahman, they raise Brahman to their own self. Therefore, Amrita Babuho, they discovered themselves to be immortal. As a self, we are Amesha immortal. It's we have to realize. As a not self, the projected imagined upadhis, we are continuously dying on. And that's what is the dukkha. Nirantara change is dukkha. We want to be changeless. As a changeful upadhi, we cannot be changeless. We want to be changeless, deathless, realize that changeless, deathless reality. Like as a wave, you continuously die and you suffer. Death is not once, it's every moment happening. है ना? What is the death? Absence of the prior stage. And that's it, na? Purva sthitehe abhavaha mrutyuhu. So yesterday what I was, today I'm not. That's gone. So I'm dead already. The wave continuously is dying, please remember. And if that wave has to escape the death, it has to realize that it is water, because water is immortal. उसी तरह अधिष्ठान ब्रह्म को जानते ही हम अमृत अनुभव पाते हैं. Otherwise, निरंतर मृत्यु होएगा. And all these small little notions that when I kick this body, then I am called as death. ये सारे, though everybody talks that, but it's not full sense. The full sense is every moment with the upadhi we are dying only. And that so-called the final death is this body can anymore, no more can get changed and can get sustained. Therefore, that's kicked. And we enter into another body only to die every moment. And that's why the child, even 1 month, he is called as 1 month old, not young. Then old man of 90 says, I am 90 young. That's Bevakufi. But actual fact is everybody is old only, slowly perishing. As an upadhi. As an upadhi, continuously we are dying. Want to avoid it? Yeah. Realize you are continuously the deathless reality. That's good mantra, this one. Isn't it? Te tanmayaha babuhu amrita vai babuhu. Who? Those who have realized that Brahman to be themselves. Who are they? All the rishis, like Vamadeva, all devatas like Rudra, including the first of them, the Brahmadeva. According to all our, even Vedas and Purana, after the Brahma's arrival from the Navi, then the Rudradi Devatas, Indradi Devatas, then the said Vamadeva, the Rishis, Vasishtha, the Rishis, Bhruva, the Rishis, they all have arrived. They were manifested. Feel the essence of the shloka. If they realize the Brahman as their own self, they became immortal. Now I am thinking I am this body, thinking I am this mind, thinking I am this intellect, and their capacities, their doings, inabilities, achievements. ये सब ego है. ये सब wrong notion है, wrong identity. See that yesterday's concluding mantras. Nahan deha name deha kevaloham sanatana. What a powerful mantra, the 28th one. Nahan deha name deha kevaloham sanatana. Ekameva tvayam brahma neha nana kinchana. Then that we have to realize in the Hridaya Kuhara Madhye, Hridaya Kamala Madhye. Realize it, realize it. When we are in the class, all these inspirations we get. But as we go out of it, slowly this wanes away, and the other things take possession of us. Then, as a routine, we become full fledged 100% samsari, forgetting our goal. How to rectify it, how to live for a long time as a sadhaka in doing sadhana, those things we have to discover for ourselves. They are there, the possibilities are there. The Lord has given all opportunities. It's only our wisdom, our commitment, our practice, our habit. Om, 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 om. Om, 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 Purnamada, Om, Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Thank you. Come and listen Gita, good shloka. Mm.